Can you believe it's already been almost a month since our 20th anniversary? Can you believe it, Landry?
When was the national championship football game? Was that
week ago, 2 nights ago? It was a week ago, 2 nights ago.
So was that last week?
Monday of last week, sure.
Goodness, it seems like it's been, I thought it was 3 weeks ago. You know when school is canceled and work is canceled?
Mm-hmm.
I lose track of what day it is. Time means nothing.
225-9697, 225-9697. Text us. Are you going to school today? Is school in? It feels cold. Some mornings, it's odd. The feel of the temperature changes. This morning felt colder. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I don't know if there's less humidity in the air. I don't know what's going on. It just felt colder this morning. According to my ambient weather machine, it's 20 degrees. I wonder what my phone says. I wonder, what does your phone say? You've got about 9 different apps.
I have 3 different weather apps.
My phone says 20. My ambient weather machine says 20. Let's see what my desktop says.
Weather Underground says 16.
F5. Let's see.
My desktop says 16.
Well, now wait a minute. Weather.gov says 9. Good night. I think it broke.
Well, I got 16 degrees on 2 different devices over here. So that's what I'm going with.
Chopper Dave says, good morning, Landry Twins. Time flies when you get older. That's absolutely
Well, that is
right.
true. And I'll tell you what else flies is when you don't have school until 10 o'clock. Southwestern Oklahoma State University decided to start classes. Well, I say start classes. Classes that begin at 10 o'clock or later will meet today. So any 8 o'clock classes, any 9 o'clock classes, not meeting this morning. Which means my 9 o'clock class won't meet. So I had to make arrangements for my 9 o'clock class because my Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes did not meet Monday this week, did not meet Friday last week. And so we've been doing things, information is being shared, instructions are being shared. Otherwise, we miss a week of class, which is not a good thing. No. It's really not a good thing. And I always feel guilty because I get paid to teach. So I'm supposed to be doing something. But also, I have a specific amount of information that I'm going to cover, that I want to cover, that I need to cover. And so class time missed is going to put me behind. And so I've been trying to avoid falling behind. Because this is not my first time to do this, and I know what I want to do and how I want to do it and how I want to get there. And I'm usually pretty good about getting through everything I want to get through. But when classes are canceled, that interferes. And so I have to figure out, plan B. I always have a plan B, Nathan. I tell my kids this. I tell my students this. I tell my listeners this. Always have a backup plan. Always have a plan B. Because you know what, Nathan, in life, sometimes things don't go the way you want them to go. And you have to do something else. That is something that I've tried to teach myself in adulthood. Something called flexibility.
Flexible response,
if
Landry.
If something doesn't go the way you want it to, or you think it should, try to be flexible. Try to do something else, which is a corollary to something else I tell my kids and my students, which is, if what you're doing isn't working, try something else. Do something else.
One of the military branches, or one of the subsets of the military branches, has what I think might be possibly the following motto, which I've attempted to adopt. It's this: adapt and overcome.
I like that.
I love that because so much of life is, hopefully you make a plan, but plans go sideways. Things don't always work out. You're faced with things. I mean, it happened yesterday. And I won't go into it, but I had planned to do XYZ after I got off work. And just as I'm getting off work, a relative I'm married to confronts me with, okay, there's this thing, blah, blah, blah. Well, there goes the next hour and a half.
That's one of these things. There's the thing. I need you to do it. I need you to do something.
Several of us actually in the family needed to do the same thing. It involved insurance and saving money. It was going to take time. It was good. We're going to have to pay a little up front to save a lot later. And we had to take an online course and quiz. And so, okay, there goes an hour and a half. And let me tell you something. 10 years ago, I would have blown up. I mean, it would have just ruined my life, and I would have been in a terrible mood. But it was disappointing because I really had about 3 or 4 things I wanted to do when I got off work, and I either couldn't do them now or they were going to be delayed. But as I'm doing it, I thought, okay, well, this is it. We're going to do this, and then Now, I was doing something I probably shouldn't have done. I was multitasking. You trim your facial whiskers while you're taking the course.
Yeah.
You change clothes while you're taking the online course.
One of those things where you don't exactly have to be paying attention
Well,
all the time.
I needed to, but I'm pretty good at listening. I just listen.
Let me ask you this: did you have to take a quiz at any point
Yes.
where you need to score at least 7 out of 10?
Yes.
And you were confident you could hit that 7
Yes.
out of 10 without paying 100%
Well-
attention 100% of the time.
Well, because you take you watch and listen to a chapter, and then you take the 5 or 6 question quiz after that. So after the first one, I thought, okay, that's I can do that. Okay. So then from that point on, I felt confident in my ability to mostly pay attention and then take the quiz. And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I aced that sucker. Okay. Old Brew did all right. Been a while since I've been in school, but let me tell you something. Old Brew did all right yesterday.
Sometimes those work things come up where you have to do something like that.
Yep.
And you take 30 seconds to complete the quiz that should take 15 minutes. And
Wait a minute.
Nobody finds out.
Are you talking about your sensensitivity training quiz?
I have to take all kinds of training quizzes online. And I sure hope my superiors aren't listening right now. You know what? I make the grade I need to make. That's all they need to know. And frankly, that's all they care about.
12 after 7, 96.5 KECO is the early morning show. Nathan Landry and you. 20 degrees. We should hit 40. I was so excited yesterday that we got into the 30s. And in fact, I went to Camrock. I'll just say it. I went to Camrock at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And when I stepped outside on the back porch here at work, I thought, what is it, 50? It was 35 degrees and no wind. Sun shining. It felt like 50. It's funny what temperature will do to you, the comparative, relative feeling of temperatures. Because on Christmas Day, 35 would have been super cold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of 80. It would have been super cold, but after you've spent a week in the deep freeze, lows in the single digits, highs in the teens, suddenly 35 and sun shining and no wind feels mild. And that's how it felt yesterday. I was pretty excited. Got more snow melt. Okay. Still have more shoveling to do, which, by the way, was one of the things I didn't get to yesterday after work because I had to take the quiz.
I'll tell you what, these Uber Eats commercials are the best thing Matthew McConaughey has done in years.
Okay.
And is that what he's doing with Woody Harrelson? Is that also Uber Eats?
Oh, I don't know.
Because have you seen any of these? He's also doing ads with Woody Harrelson.
I know they're they're
the best thing Woody Harrelson has done in years is these ads. Uber Eats, is that the whole football it's a conspiracy to get you to eat food? You know, Baker Mayfield
maybe
is a bread bag. Is that what Bradley Cooper?
Yeah.
He also does that?
Yes.
That's some of the best work I've seen. By the way, Bradley Cooper, same.
Farmers, speaking of Camrock, I was out there. And by the way, wintertime stuff, this DEF, which if you know, you know. If you need it, you know. DEF, they've got it. All the winter stuff for big machinery. Farmers, oil field, winter stuff for the big machinery, they've got it. Camrock, they've got it. Camrock Supply next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City. Is Matthew McConaughey, has he become like George Clooney and like a lot of other people, actors who used to be serious actors, and now they're just known for being on TV? They're just known for appearances at places and doing commercials?
Yeah.
And podcasts, that's all they do now?
Yeah, you're right. I saw Matthew McConaughey show up on a pod. I didn't
That's all they
take
do.
the time to listen to it.
Well,
Well,
he was a big deal 10 years ago, 15, and now all he does, he shows up, he starts his own company, he does podcasts.
Well, he does enough to make money. You know what? I think people like dabbling. I like dabbling. I like doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Matthew McConaughey, he was a big-time actor. He did A Time to Kill.
30 years ago.
Yeah, and and then what else? Was he in Amistad?
Was he? And then he did
Really?
No, he did The Free State of Jones, which is what you're thinking of, I think. Or no, 7 Years a Slave. It was one of those.
Anyway,
Right.
he was in A Time to Kill, and that was a dope movie. I
Right.
mean, John Grisham, right?
Yeah, it was a great movie.
And then
Great
since
book.
then, not so much.
He was the king of rom-coms,
Yeah,
and then stepped away and decided to quit making money. And he wanted to get serious again, so he did Dallas Buyers Club, where he's a dude who gets AIDS and he got down to about 103 pounds and won an Academy Award.
But now he does Uber Eats commercials and commercials with Woody Harrelson, which might also be Uber Eats, but I'm not sure. I can't remember because I don't really pay attention. He does podcasts, and he teaches acting. Does he still teach acting at the University of Texas?
Oh, good question.
Plus, every Saturday, and during football season, he's on the sidelines with the Longhorns.
And 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, wrote his book.
That's right.
Green Lights.
Yeah. And so, you know what? He's dabbling.
I guess it's just these actors who used to be known for acting and now don't. Is it because they're tired of it and don't want to mess with it anymore, or they're not getting any offers because they're now over 35 and not appealing to the kids?
According to Chopper Dave, his main job right now is Minister of Culture at the University of Texas. Is that part of his acting teaching gig at UT and why he gets to be on the sideline? He is the Toby Keith of the University of Texas. Matthew McConaughey, he's on the sidelines wearing that ridiculously small cowboy hat. If you wear a cowboy hat, I mean, it looks almost like an Indiana Jones hat.
Yeah.
Wear a real cowboy hat, Matthew.
It's a hat looking for an identity. It's a hat that doesn't know what it is.
So, Minister of Culture. Is that does he do at OU what Schmitty is now doing? Does he not do at Texas what Schmitty does at OU now? The liaison to elite performance or something. I butchered that one.
225-9697. Text us and let us know. 20 degrees on our way to 40. Have you shoveled all you need to shovel? Is anybody falling? Man, I went for a walk yesterday because, hey, all 3 of you who listen to the show know I like to get out and walk in the afternoons. I do it about 5 days a week for 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. It's low impact, but you know what? High fun and high energy. It's low impact. Doesn't hurt my joints like running used to. Man, you ever take off jogging and think, what am I thinking? What was I doing all those years?
Between the pain in my body and then my blood sugar falls and I have no energy. And, you know, one block into a 3-mile run and I'm wiped. I have to stop and go eat some licorice.
So yesterday I'm trying to go for my walk, which is one of the things I wanted to do after work, which got waylaid and pushed back by the online quiz.
And, by the way, I followed your lead and I bought a pair of walking shoes.
Yeah.
I had been running through these paper thin soled shoes and I said, you know, you do yard work in them and you walk in. My feet were rebelling. It was terrible. I finally broke down and I bought a high quality pair of shoes. Man, they're comfortable. I feel I'm 2 inches taller in them. They're thick, the thick soles.
Yeah.
Spongy.
They
feel great.
Feel like you're ready to go to have high heels too, like those disco boots in '78.
I feel like I could run upwards of 2 blocks now in those shoes. I could go for a 2-block run.
So I'm going for my walk yesterday. Well, the streets I walk in are snow covered, and I think, okay, well, I can do this. I can manage. So I have to walk slower than normal, which diminishes the value of the walk to begin with. So I had to go slower, and no kidding, 4 or 5 times I slipped. And you're just hoping nobody sees you. You just hope, because I never fell, but no, 4 or 5 times I slipped.
Well, yeah, you have to. You risk slipping. You risk falling and hurting yourself, and that's bad. And especially at your age, Nathan, you don't want to do that. But then, because you have to be so careful, you can't walk vigorously. You get that heart rate up. You have to walk slowly.
I know.
Which
what am I doing?
Defeats the purpose.
So what's the point of?
That's why I drove out to the walking track, and when I realized that the walking see, that was Plan B. By the way. Well, you get to the walking track out by the lighthouse, and much of it's still covered in snow. So I went to Plan C, which I didn't even have going into it. I just realized that, there are lots of roadways and parking lots out here. I'll just walk around here, which worked fine. So I parked, and I walked.
And you can't walk.
And I was able to walk vigorously.
You can't walk on the main roads because...
Yes.
Because here's why. Well, first of all, it's dangerous enough anytime. But now, with the snow being on the side of the road, there's even less room, even on the cleared roads, even on the major roads, there's less room to drive because there's so much snow right on the shoulder, right on the edge. So you got to be careful. They want to say thank you because they know there are a lot of places to buy cars and trucks and a lot of places to have them serviced. But in 2025, a lot of you picked Barbara Dyson Ford. And they appreciate it. And they want you to know if you need them in 2026, they're still going to be there in the northeast part of Elk City. 225-9697. One of our listeners said, you need a pair of Yaks tracks for walking on snow and ice. Are those, in the old TV shows and movies, you see somebody who's strapping on these large basket.
The tennis rackets.
Yeah, the tennis racket type deals, these large, like canoe shaped. They look like wicker baskets that are in the shape of a narrow canoe. That you strap them somehow to your feet and you're walking on snow in that? Is it like that? Yaks tracks? 225-9697. 20 degrees. Later coming up. 25 years ago yesterday was an awful event, and 40 years ago today was an awful event. And we don't, it's not like we enjoy highlighting tragedies or anything, but I think these things are important to remember because real people lost their lives in two separate incidents. One of them 40 years ago today, the other one 25 years ago yesterday. Can you believe it's already been that long? We'll talk about it. Your weather at the bottom. Spotlight on Elk City. Nathan, Landry, and you.
The caffeinated conversation continues on the early morning show right after this.
You got 5-6 tractors out there. You got a dozer, a traco, a grader, something like that. I mean, you go through a lot of oil in the season. I mean, you'll use a few hundred gallons in the season. So here at Camrock, we have the same specification oil as the other brand, where people think that they have to use that for a certain color on their tractors and stuff like that. But we have the same oil specifications as they do. Works just as well, does the same thing, lubes it just the same. Price comparison is, it's not even a comparison. We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil. They can come in and talk to us, see what they want, or give us a call, and we can come out, see what they have, fill their tanks, set them tanks. That's what we've done here in the past. We've converted a lot of farmers over to our brand, our house brand of motor diesel oil. The price savings it's huge for them. We sell it to oil field companies also. They use it in frac pumps. And they're not happy, you know it, and it's working great for them.
Camrock is the name of the company. It's 2111 South Main, Elk City, south of Fred's Steakhouse.
The price savings it's huge for them.
We have a lot of patients that love that we kind of like to have fun.
They like to hear us singing together in the operatory, humming along. If you would like a serenade while you're getting treatment, we're your girls. But if you also want us to shut up, we will.
It's not so nerve-wracking for a lot of people.
We have a good time with our patients. Try to help put patients at ease, kind of distract on the fact that we're working in their mouth. We like to have a good day, and when you're around that type of atmosphere, usually it's kind of contagious. Others have a good time. When you're having a good time, others have a good time too.
I'm Dr. Jamie Cameron, Southwest Dentistry and Cosmetics in Weatherford, catty corner to Walgreens, swdentalok.com. We're also on Facebook.
Southwest Dentistry and Cosmetics, where we treat you like family and do life-changing dentistry.
Well, it's a peace of mind to know that you have tires that will get you to your destination and back without any trouble. It's never fun to be on the side of the road because, I was going to get those when I got back from this trip. Go ahead and do it before. Try to eliminate the issue. Every day. They're like, I was planning on getting them when I got back. I was just going to make one more trip. The 3-hour drive ended up taking us 12 hours to get there and an extra $500. A tow truck and just your time. And they see that you're stranded, they're probably going to take advantage of you to an extent. Buy a $100 tire and you had to pay $250 for it. Well, it's either that or keep sitting there. They're not going to do that. It just makes it so much more stressful for something that could have been eliminated. Peace of mind is tremendous. L&R Tire,
The home of Bridgestone Firestone Tires.
1204 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma. 225-TIRE. 225-8473. We know how important your car is to you.
You said
25 minutes after 7, 96.5 KECO is the early morning show. Nathan, Landry, and you. Your crazy Uncle Sam has got his hand out waiting on you to cross the finish line, known as your career. So you can start your retirement and start paying him even more. Advanced Financial Strategies can help. RetireWithBACA.com. Nathan, Landry, and you, 225-9697. I feel bad. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I did not get any notifications yesterday about school cancellations, public school cancellations.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Which means, here's the thing. Schools don't send out notifications saying we're having school.
Mm-mm.
They send out notifications saying we're not having school. So if there's no announcement, the assumption is you're having school. Now, Southwestern students, you don't have to go to class at 8 or 9 today. Classes begin at 10. So 10 o'clock classes will meet and classes for the rest of the day. But 8 o'clock classes will not meet. 9 o'clock classes will not meet today. But as far as we know, as far as I know, I have not seen any school cancellation notification.
I felt bad yesterday when I got out of the show and got on with my life and got on with the day. And I was listening at sometime in the middle of the day to the middle of the day show on KADS, the sports animal. I'm listening to Mark Rogers and Brad Kaufman, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Kaufman, Brad Copeland. They're talking about yesterday. Yesterday was January 27. Yesterday was the 25th anniversary of the Oklahoma State University men's basketball team plane crash. They had been to Colorado to play a basketball game because back in the old days, Big 12, and they're all in this Big 12 together. They flew to Colorado, played a game. Here's what I don't understand, Landry. Maybe you know more about this. Most of the team and, of course, and the coaches were not on the plane that went down. And so does that mean they took two planes? There was a plane with some, and it was mostly people like radio, the broadcast people, and people in the athletic department, that arena. But there may have been a couple of players, too, with the OSU basketball team, the OSU men's basketball team. 10 people died. And so the phrase that came out of that is remember the 10. And one of those was a guy named Will Hancock, who had roots in Hobart, Oklahoma. You had a guy named Weiberg who died. And, of course, probably the best known was the then Channel 9 sports anchor, Bill Tegans, who had been doing Channel 9 sports at that point for, 10 years? I don't know. Let's see if this was, probably longer than that. 10 or 15 years. He'd been doing sports at Channel 9, but he did OSU radio, play-by-play. And that's why he was with the team. And the plane goes down, and it's just one of those just awful, awful tragedies that just makes you sick. It's just a college basketball team. They've gone to play a game. They're flying home. And somewhere in Colorado on the way back, a plane crashed. And I remember, Landry, the weather here. I remember where I lived. I don't remember exactly where I was when I found out what had happened, but where I was living, I remember that day, it was a lot like today. The weather was just cold and snowy.
It was bleak, yeah.
And so many strange things, because just 2 or 3 weeks before that, University of Oklahoma Sooners had won the football national championship. This was January 27, 2001 was the plane crash. 2 or 3 weeks earlier, OU had defeated Florida State in the Orange Bowl to win the 2000 national championship. And so you've got Sooner fans celebrating, a lot of joy in Oklahoma, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, you've got this awful, awful tragedy. Well, that was 2001. You know what happened 8 months later? 9/11. So what a year. What a strange year. What a strange time. Well, yesterday was the 25th anniversary of that. It was, 2 planes. Right, 2 planes. But it was so unusual. It was just so unusual. And it was so sad because I had grown up watching Bill Tegans, first of all. I'd grown up watching Bill Tegans. And then it seems like I remember there being I don't remember if I saw it at the time or heard about it later. I think it was Alex Cameron, who's now the Washington correspondent for Channel 9. He was on air trying to talk about this plane crash, and he could not keep it together because of Bill Tegans. loss.
Yeah, you forget journalists are people too. They have emotions. They're humans, and they have human emotions like everybody else. Like when Walter Cronkite was on the air announcing President Kennedy's assassination. Back in 1963, he starts to break down on the air. I remember there was one of the Channel 9 newscasters, one of the anchors, was on the air during the coverage. As word is getting out, we're learning what's happening, and this Channel 9 anchor says, where the plane went down, he said, my family owns that land in Colorado.
Get out.
I remember that. He said, my family, I'm pretty sure this is family-owned land. Or near it. On it or near it.
Remember that story about in 59, remember the Buddy Holly plane crash?
Yeah.
And Waylon Jennings?
Should have been on the plane.
Should have been on that airplane, and they flipped a coin, or he gave up his seat to Buddy Holly. A guy I know and you know, who's in a position to know, said, did you know Tegan's switched places with his color guy at the last minute? Oh, my. Wow. I didn't know that.
Once upon a time, presidents and vice presidents, have you noticed the president of the United States and the vice president are rarely together? They just don't spend a lot of time together, and there's a reason for that. You don't want both of them killed at the same time. Once upon a time, apparently air travel was so unpredictable and dangerous, presidents and vice presidents wouldn't fly together at all.
Here's a name. I had not heard this name in years. Tom Dorado had back issues, so Bill Tegan switched with him. Wow. Tom Dorado. I hadn't heard that name in years. Tom Dorado had back issues, so Bill switched. Here's what I remember about Bill Tegan's. And I was a Channel 9 guy, so I had grown up watching Bill Tegan's. He may not necessarily have had the best personality, but everybody in the world who knew him said he was the best human being alive. They said, what a great guy Bill Tegan's was. And that's why Alex Cameron at Channel 9, I mean, he was falling apart live on air.
I remember how Dean Blevins, who was the lead sports anchor at Channel 9 for 25 years, just retired.
Yeah.
He became the lead anchor because of Bill Tegan's death. The two of them were working together. Bill, I think, technically was the guy, the lead, the chief.
Yep.
Dean was doing more and more. And had they already begun doing a Sunday night sports blitz kind of a show?
Yeah, I think they did.
That was the start of the Sunday night sports blitz.
I think it was.
So they're working together, and then Bill Tegan's died in that plane crash 25 years ago. And that's when Dean Blevins became the number one news anchor at Channel 9. Fast forward to this last summer, he just retired. After, 25 years on that job?
And think about the impact that plane crash had on the rest of the team. I mean, they've got to go. They've got the rest of the season to go.
Yes. And remember the impact it had on head coach Eddie Sutton.
Yeah,
he had his own problems with alcoholism, and I think he may have reverted.
So sad.
Because of that plane crash.
It just made me, when I heard about that, it made me sick. People just doing their job in a plane going home and 10 die. Oh, it's so sad. Well, that was 25 years ago yesterday. Today.
This is spinning. I hope it works.
January 28, 1986. You guys remember January 28, 1986, when the Space Shuttle Challenger is going to go up. It's going to take the first teacher into space, Kristen McAuliffe, 7 astronauts on board, and 73 seconds after liftoff, 73 seconds into the flight, the world's watching on TV, and it just blows up.
Nathan and I were in the 4th grade.
It doesn't belong to the faint-hearted. It belongs to the brave.
Oh, by the way, Ronald Reagan was president of the United States in 1986. He went on television that night to address what had happened, to address the American public and to talk about what had happened. And he says some really remarkable things. Remember, this is still during the Cold War. So he makes a mention. He mentions how even our failures, we don't hide them. Like the Soviets did. We don't hide our failures, but he says some very wonderful and poetic things.
One of my all-time favorite writers, a woman named Peggy Noonan, wrote this speech, and nobody could deliver it like the Gipper.
The Challenger crew was pulling us into the future, and we'll continue to follow them. I've always had great faith in and respect for our space program, and what happened today does nothing to diminish it. We don't hide our space program. We don't keep secrets and cover things up. We do it all up front and in public. That's the way freedom is, and we wouldn't change it for a minute. We'll continue our quest in space. There will be more shuttle flights and more shuttle crews, and yes, more volunteers, more civilians, more teachers in space. Nothing ends here. Our hopes and our journeys continue. I want to add that I wish I could talk to every man and woman who works for NASA or who worked on this mission and tell them your dedication and professionalism have moved and impressed us for decades.
Skip to the end.
Time we saw them this morning as they prepared for their journey and waved goodbye and slipped the surly bonds of earth to touch the face of God. Thank you.
Ronald Reagan.
40 years ago today. And because of the teacher being on board, a lot of students, a lot of schools across the country wheeled in. Remember how they had to do it in the old days? They had these big carts and they wheel in the big TV into the classroom. And a lot of students were watching. A lot of kids were watching that because you get this first teacher going into space. And then 73 seconds into the flight.
Fortunately, we were not watching.
No, we weren't.
But you know that TV show, This Is Us? One episode, they referenced this. Yeah. The kids were upset. 1986.
And that's specifically why Reagan addressed children in that speech that night. He knew a lot of kids had been watching. And that's why Peggy Noonan wrote, and now I want to say to the children, he was like Grandpa.
I know.
Just making everything okay. We loved Reagan, didn't we?
Remember back when we had a Grandpa president who would just make everything okay, give you a Werther's candy and say everything's going to be
Here's
okay.
some jelly beans.
America's great.
Nancy,
we don't hide our failures.
That's right.
We do it in public because we're free. We value it. We wouldn't change a thing.
Cape Canaveral, Florida, lifted off. Beautiful morning. 73 seconds into it, and you can still see it explode.
Slip the surly bonds of earth and touch the face of God.
96.5 KECO is the early morning show, 22 minutes away. Coming up, your weather breakdown. We're going to put a spotlight on Elk City. Jared with local news.
Nathan and Landry Brewer will continue to confuse you in just a little bit. Duh. On the early morning show on KECO.
They're expecting me to get whatever task done. To a farmer, a tractor, combine, gets them up and running. He's back in the field, makes some money. Guy in the oil field, their piece of equipment's running again. That makes some money. Solves that problem. I'm Brock Kalk, and my company is American Hose and Supply. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings, oil field or agriculture. So if your farmer need a hose built, you can come in, we'll build it. You're a oil field customer and need us to come out and see you, we'll come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. If we're competitive on price, we say we'll bring it to you, we'll do whatever it takes to get it to you, make life easier on you. Or you can call us to solve a problem. Hey, can you get this? Why wouldn't you? American Hose and Supply. 2111 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma, in Camrock Building next to Fred's.
Or call 303-1123. 303-1123.
Why wouldn't you?
Briley Baca is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Every dollar you save for retirement has a silent partner, and it's your crazy Uncle Sam. He's waiting with his hand out, ready to take a chunk of your IRA, your 401k, and even your Social Security if you're not careful. But here's the truth. You can fight back. With the right strategy, you can keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket and out of Washington's. At Advanced Financial Strategies, we specialize in family wealth management, helping families in western Oklahoma cut down on future tax bills, maximize income, and keep control of their financial future. Don't wait for the IRS to decide how much of your retirement you get to keep. Call me, Briley Baca, a certified financial planner professional here in Clinton, at 323-6800 or visit our website, retirewithbaca.com. Advanced Financial Strategies, your money, your future, your choice.
We did the Veterans Monument in Oklahoma City. At the time we did it, they didn't want any names on it. They were just doing the different wars in bronze panels on granite. 20 years later, they decided they want all the veterans' names on the back of the monument. Well, there's no way to engrave it, so they wanted to put bronze names on there, and we said, you can't, that won't work well. They ended up finding someone that would put the bronze names on there, and then they started kind of popping off and everything. So then they called us to go in and see how we could clad it and get the names on it after the fact. So there's just things that come up in the granite industry where you have to investigate and figure out how to fix it or create it. Some things you just won't do, but there's projects that are nice out there that not everybody will have a hand in, will want to have a hand. Willis Granite Products. Our website is willisgranite.com.
My dad and I don't change our minds easily, but we really wanted better grades on our cotton. So a couple of years ago, we met with Keith and the team at Carson County Gin. I'm cotton farmer Spencer Smith, and my dad is Jimmy Smith. We liked what we heard and saw in that meeting. We liked it a lot. Keith Mixon said he wanted to earn our business, so we gave him a chance, and it paid off. The communication was great through the whole process. They contacted me on a regular basis. When I called them, someone always answered the phone. The cotton came out looking great. Their attention to detail got us a higher grade and a higher price. Turnaround time was excellent, but they made sure to do the job right to get us better, cleaner cotton. And then they helped us sell it for more money. Carson County Gin is located near White Deer, Texas, west of Pampa. You'll find them online if you Google them. Dad and I trust the team at Carson County Gin with our livelihood. They're the kind of people we want to do business with.
18 away from the top, 96.5 KECO. Carter Electric bringing you the forecast. Authorized Generac generator dealer. Keep those lights turned on. Carter Electric, 225-2447. Carter Electric. Weather, you bet. Sunny, 42. North winds 5 to 10. Why not? Mostly cloudy tonight, 25. Tomorrow, do it again. Sunny, 38. Today, 42. Tomorrow, 38. Sun shining right now, 20. Yeah, it's cold. You bet. Why not? January 28. 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. We're putting a spotlight on Elk City. Thanks to the Elk City Chamber of Commerce, thanks to the Elk City Convention Center, thanks to Elk City Tourism, and thanks to the water cruise. We're gonna do a dual thing, water cruise, because they may have some issues to deal with once the thaw comes, and the fellas scraping the roads. How about the road crews keeping the roads cleared off for us? Sam Brewer from the Elk City Convention Center is here. Sam, put a spotlight on for us.
Big things are happening in Elk City. Up first, this Friday. If I'm not mistaken, this Friday is the 30th, and the Elk City Leadership Hall of Fame induction will be this Friday at the Elk City Pioneer Center. They will be honoring inductees Sadia Jones, Roger Shockey, and Dr. Dan Storm. Reception in the hospitality room prior to the ceremony, induction ceremony between the Elk City girls and boys varsity games. As far as we know, the games have not been canceled for this Friday because of weather.
Truth.
That's all we know. And possibly the biggest thing on the first weekend of February, the Kiwanis Kids Carnival, February 6th and 7th, the big 6-7 weekend. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. each day at the Elk City Convention Center. Games for all ages, bingo, inflatables, inflatable obstacle course. Not inflatables and obstacle course.
And bingo was his name,
And more.
And
Tickets
more?
Can be purchased from any Kiwanis member or at the door. $25 for 50 tickets. That's a pretty good deal. Well, I don't actually know, but Southwest Rustic Market Craft Show is coming up February 14th and 15th at the Elk City Convention Center. Saturday, it'll be from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. Sam Brewer here putting a spotlight on Elk City. We'll come back to this in just a minute. The Elk City Leadership Hall of Fame induction is Friday night. Kiwanis Kids Carnival in about a week and a half. Southwest Rustic Market Craft Show, Valentine's weekend. There you go. There's your Valentine's plans. But last week, let's go back to this past week. Saturday of last week, when the snowstorm really came in earnest. You guys had an event at the barn of the Elk City Convention Center, correct?
Yes, we did.
And it went off okay?
I didn't hear that there were any hiccups.
Was it one of those swine shows, one of those pig shows?
You could say that.
Was it one of those?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay, it was a pig show, and they went ahead and had it.
Yes.
And there were no water leaks?
Not this year. We saved those for last year. That was a last year thing.
Well, technically, it was 2 calendar years ago. Wasn't it December of 20?
You may be right. That's 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We're past that.
Uh-huh.
We don't do that anymore.
But then, Sam, you guys were going to have a thing Tuesday.
Yes.
The livestock show.
Yes.
But
it was canceled because of inclement weather.
Because school was canceled.
Mm-hmm.
And so since that's through FFA, you can't do school activities and cancel school. So that was canceled on Tuesday because of the weather. But last Saturday's pig show, it went ahead and went on.
Yes.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm.
96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. All right, now let's go back. All right, Southwest Rustic Market, Valentine's weekend. I hope everybody's got their Valentine's things ready to go.
Well, if they don't, they can visit the Southwest Rustic Market and pick something up.
It's going to be February. I don't have a calendar in front of me. Saturday.
It's a weekend.
February 14, 15.
You could say it's a week from the Kiwanis Carnival.
All right, we're getting some updated information, Sam.
Ooh.
The director of the Oak City Convention Center is letting me know that the FFA Local Livestock Show is going to be this Friday.
Oh, I did not know that.
The FFA. Listen, this is local. This is late breaking.
Breaking
You
news.
heard it here first. Only on News 9. Only on KECO.
Only on the early morning show.
The FFA Local Livestock Show is going to be this Friday. It has been rescheduled to this Friday. You heard it here first, people.
I think I just got the same text.
But did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I lost my... Wait a minute. Oh, my phone went dead.
Hello?
That's weird. My phone went dead.
If your phone says, is my microphone off?
You know what I appreciate about Sam Brewer is this whole time he has been betting on himself.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sam, at the beginning of the show, actually before the show started and at the beginning of the show, I told your father, I said, that's one of those expressions we need to eliminate. He's betting on himself. I think it's overused, and I don't like it. There's a kid named Poguy. His last name's Poguy. Transferred from Mustang to Southmore. He was playing 2 sports. Now he's only going to play 1. And that's the thrust of the story. And the headline is, he's betting on himself. By playing only 1 sport, Nathan, he's betting on himself.
I don't think so.
What? Okay. You know what? I got out of bed this morning and got dressed. I am betting on myself.
Elk City Hall of Fame induction. Elk City Hall of Fame induction is this Friday night. It's going to be between the games, right? Yeah. Well, by the way, reception before the games. That's important. There'll probably be finger foods. Boys bring chips and dips. Girls bring desserts.
I've attended a pre-event hospitality room event at the Pioneer Center. Those can be pretty good. I mean, the event is good, but even the pre-event event in the hospitality room, that can be dope.
Okay.
I've heard from him that they're pretty good.
That can be fire.
Straight fire? Rockin' fire?
Listen, if you want to stand on business... What was that popular, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah. What's your optionality for that weekend? Friday night, Elk City induction of the leadership of the... it's Elk City Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Sadia Jones, Elk City High School class of 1995 or 6. 5,
I think.
Maybe? 5 or 6. And Roger Shockey, Hammond High School, class of none of your business.
Long-time Elk City High School science teacher. Okay.
And Dandy Dan, Dr. Dan Storm.
He's famous for 3 things: being a dentist, his leadership, and living on Broadway.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't his father also a dentist?
I think so.
Dr. Storm Sr., Dan Storm, longtime resident. Those I know all 3. Sadia Jones, Roger Shockey, Dan Storm, all going into the Elk City Hall of Fame.
Currently the athletic director at the University of Oklahoma City University in Oklahoma City. University. Black Welder State, as our old dentist used to call it, Don Ballou. He referred to OCU as Black Welder State. Northwest 23rd and Penn Black Welder
It'll be
area.
So the reception, which everybody's pretty excited about the reception in the hospitality room.
Sure.
But the induction ceremony between the Elk City boys and girls games. Elk City girls and boys games. That's this Friday night. You know what? In thinking about all three, I would say it's pretty well deserved.
Oh, that's a stacked group, Nathan.
It really is.
They're not pulling any punches this year.
Nope. No punches pulled?
Oh yeah, they mean business. I mean, these people, this is no joke. The class of 26 in the Elk City Leadership Hall of Fame. This group, they mean business, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
They're for real.
Massive group.
You know, supposedly Roger Shockey taught science at Elk City High School to our sister.
Allegedly? You don't believe it?
No, what I'm saying, allegedly in his very first year on the job.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then he taught us about 10 years later, and nearly had to resign after that because he was sick of us.
Nobody may know the answer to this. Holly might know. Did he replace Sue Ball? Oak City High School science teacher Sue Ball? Is that possible? She went on to teach at SWAZU. She taught Travis Brewer at Oak City High School, and then she retired from SWAZU, teaching science over there.
God, that's crazy, Landry.
Right?
96.5 KECO is the early morning show, 225-9697. Everybody dug out. Sam, what are your thoughts on the winter storm? What are your thoughts on life right now? What are your thoughts on your car getting stuck a day or two ago?
I'm ready for everything to melt now. No more snow.
How are you planning on dealing with our birthday?
What? Y'all have a birthday?
How are you planning on dealing with our birthday?
Well, it's taken a mental toll on me. I don't know what to do. I'm beside myself. But I'm betting on myself for this Thursday.
Right there.
I'm betting on myself this Thursday.
Now, are you helping Sophie? How much are you helping Sophie make my birthday cake?
At least 40%.
Okay, that's pretty good.
At least.
I've only got an 11-year-old daughter, and let me tell you something. She's a gamer. She is all business. She's standing on her business.
She's betting on herself.
And she's betting on you helping her, too, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, she's betting on myself, too.
Yeah. I'm excited about this. It's tomorrow.
Has anyone created a poem to honor you?
Well, I wish they would. Hey, Landry, congratulations on turning 50 tomorrow. Hanging half 100 on them. That's right. Old Brew turning 50 tomorrow.
Remember how we learned about the Space Shuttle Challenger the day before our 10th birthday?
Yeah.
We were in the 4th grade.
Yeah.
For the third time. We were in the 4th grade. It was January 28, 1986. We were all excited. We were going to have a birthday the next day, and then we learn about what happened.
I just realized something. Oh, my goodness, Landry.
Hmm.
The last two times the University of Oklahoma won a football national championship, a tragedy occurred just 2 or 3 weeks later. In 2000, January 2001, Sooners beat Florida State, won the Orange Bowl, thus making them the 2000 national champions. And just 2 or 3 weeks later, you had the OSU basketball plane crash.
Mm-hmm.
In January of 1986, University of Oklahoma defeated Penn State Nittany Lions in the Orange Bowl to win the 1985 national championship. And just about 3 weeks later, the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded. The last two times University of Oklahoma won the football national championship by winning the Orange Bowl, just 2 to 3 weeks later, a tragedy occurred. Do with that what you will.
So you're both turning collectively 100 tomorrow.
That's right. If you put us end to end, Landry, if I were to stand on your shoulders tomorrow, if we were end to end, we'd be a total of 100 years.
Metaphorically, haven't we been standing on each other's shoulders these many years?
Yes.
Standing on business.
Sam Brewer bringing us a spotlight on Elk City, Oklahoma. It's brought to you all by the Elk City Chamber of Commerce, Elk City Convention Center, Elk City Tourism, and the fellas scraping the roads, clearing the ice away. If people want this information about these events, where do they get it?
You can visit Facebook, look up the Elk City Convention Center, not the Convention Center, the Chamber of Commerce on Facebook.
Good morning, sunny and 14 right now. This is the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Aitho. An Oklahoma City man is facing a felony charge in Custer County after allegedly passing a bogus check at a Weatherford business recently. Court records show 30-year-old Frayshawn Allen Ford is charged with obtaining merchandise by bogus check. Prosecutors allege Ford used a check for more than $2,700 in November of 2023 that was later returned for a frozen or blocked account. Authorities say multiple attempts were made to contact Ford, but the amount was never paid. Total restitution is listed at just over $3,000. A judge found probable cause earlier this month. The charge carries a possible sentence of up to 5 years in prison. Ford is presumed innocent unless proven guilty. Early voting for the Merritt Public Schools bond election begins Thursday, February 5th. Voters can cast ballots on Thursday and Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Beckham County Activities Center, also known as the Fair Barn in Sayre. Early voting is also open to all eligible voters and does not require an excuse. The election concerns a $28.5 million bond proposal for Merritt Public Schools to fund construction, repairs, equipment, and school site improvements. Election day is Tuesday, February 10th, and only registered voters within the Merritt School District may vote. For more information, you can contact the Beckham County Election Board in Sayre. Cindy Hunt of Hydro has been named the Ann Gilliam Memorial Teaching Scholarship winner at Southwestern Oklahoma State University for the 2025-26 academic year. Hunt teaches Hydro Eakley Public Schools and is working towards her master's degree in education administration at SWAZU. The scholarship is awarded to education majors employed as elementary through 8th grade teachers at Hydro Eakley schools with less than 10 years of experience. In-state news, worried about the health effects from this recent cold weather. Oklahoma News Network's Rex Oates explains.
With these brutally cold temperatures here in Oklahoma, health officials are warning about frostbite and hypothermia. Dr. Michael Kane with Integris Health in Norman says frostbite and hypothermia are two different things.
Frostbite is more, you think about your extremities, where you think, okay, it's more localized. Hypothermia is more of your whole body.
Kane says frostbite kills exposed skin cells, which is why you need a hat, gloves, and scarves to keep as much of your body as you can from the elements. Also, don't overexert yourself outside. I'm Rex Oates.
These stories and more on our Facebook page and website. Sunny outside, currently 14 degrees. This has been the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Atha.
Thank you just doesn't seem to be enough. There are lots of places to buy cars and lots of places to have them serviced. We are really humbled by the trust you placed in us at Barbara Ford last year. We don't take it for granted. You're the reason we had a terrific 2025. It was all because of you, and thank you for that. If you need us in 2026, we'll still be in the northeast part of Elk City and online at barbara.ford.net. We'd be honored to serve you this year.
.5 KECO, Nathan Landry, and Sam, what do you know? For you to keep making money, the old equipment and machinery have got to keep running, and that's exactly what American Hose and Supply will help you do. Am Hose inside the Camrock building, next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City. The Penny News, grab a copy. The next one is on its way tonight, but currently, man, we got a bunch of stuff. We got a bunch of stuff in this Penny News. It's free.
One of my recurring dreams in adulthood, my most common recurring dream is I'm leading singing. And either I can't find the song, or I can't remember it, or I can't find it. That's usually it. And people are looking at you. One reason you should always have songs picked out.
Mine is oversleeping and missing the show, missing the intro.
You know, in 20 years, Nathan has never overslept and missed this show.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I have either.
I think I've called you once. I remember calling it. I remember you going to show up, and you were like, oh, you know. I think I got you here. I do think that happened.
I don't remember that.
I'm sure you don't, Landry.
I've never been late.
Our therapist said that's a coping mechanism.
I have gotten sick, and once I even died, and I missed the show. But I have never shown up late. I've always been here at the beginning
Fox
of the show.
News and Exploring Energy and more coming up on 96.5 KECO in Elk City. Remember, we love you. We do. We love you.
From Shamrock, Texas to Weatherford, Oklahoma, we are today's best country.
This is my country.
KECO, Elk City.
Thank you just doesn't seem to be enough. There are lots of places to buy cars and lots of places to have them serviced. We are really humbled by the trust